So here we come the game, and our game is about the story is about a middle school student, probably anyway a student wants to commit suicide, and because of the family pressures maybe he had, or the pressures from school that makes him really cannot stand on all of these things, so that he wants to commit suicide. And before doing this, he had written a kind of letter, or kind of a last letter, so that to expresses all of his thoughts or opinions, or what he have experienced in these years, so that in our game, players will try to discover what really had happened upon this person, and try to get to know everything through in this letter, to be specific. And the core gameplay about our game is that you will be controlling one of the Chinese characters in the letter, which is this one, the people, 人, this one. And this is the cover of the letter. It says 人固有意思, which means everyone has a dead, this kind of thing. Now you are controlling the man, or the 人. Okay, now you are jumping, and you're jumping from this character, from all these characters, and you're touching the one. Touching the one means you get a one, and there will be some use in the future. And when you touch the Chinese character die, this is so you will begin the whole story. And the core gameplay, I will show you later, is to combine different parts of the Chinese, because our games, we have some Chinese characters that only have parts of it, and your goal is to combine the man, or the people, which, because it can also be, it is a full Chinese character, and it is sometimes also a part of a Chinese character, so that you can combine yourself with other full character, or kind of part characters, so that you can become new Chinese characters that have a brand new meaning. So our game is focusing on this kind of experiences that you will go to combine with different part of the Chinese characters in the letter, or in the scenes, to create brand new meanings to the characters. And so that you can for different meanings of the characters, you will have different abilities, so that you can play with it. And I will show you, because at the very beginning you get one on it, which is E, and now here the instructions say you can press B, and we can press B here. And because in Chinese, the character 人, people, can be combined with one, just like what it had in the animation, and it will become 大, which means big. So the man is not becoming bigger, and there's some boxes around it, which means 箱, and because you just get bigger, and you can crash onto those boxes, and they will be broken. Like this, yeah. And now what you have is you have some walls in front of you, and because you are too big, you cannot go on. So now you press F, which means you can get rid of the one from your body, and yes, just like this, and you will become smaller. And now you just go. And here is a 书, which means book, and that is a chair. And now, yeah, the game is teaching you how to play. And you found that there's a chair, you cannot go anymore, and you can probably have a way to move the chair, because you are not high enough. Now you can become big again, and so that the chair you can move the chair, because you have more ability on it, or you have more strength. And now you can jump onto the chair, and jump onto the wall. Whoa, you get hurt, because this here on the ground, there's some Chinese characters. They are called they're 刺, which means spikes, so that they will hurt you if you do not go there. And there's some other Chinese characters. They are 木, which means tree, and the instruction said you may need to go to the take a closer look at the trees, and then press E. And yeah, now you are combined with this tree because in Chinese, the people, the man character can be combined with Mu, the tree character, to become a new Chinese character, which means show, which means rest. And now you are taking a rest, and you can see that your health bar on the top left hand side, it means your health energy now, and when you are getting rest, it can be recovered. And now we have a story here, or a Gu Chinese character, and there's something called homework monster, and because in Chinese, the people can be combined, the Chinese character human can be combined with the Chinese character Gu to become a new character, which is Zuo, which means do it. And here we have homework monster, so that you can transfer into do, and then you can do the homework, so that the homework monster is killed by you. Okay, then you can go out, and there is a huge door, Okay, now here that was the instruction level, and here now we have a new level, and this level is something that we have a story on it, and yeah. This thing is the how to say, the room of the people, of the student, like the student's own room in his home. And this is kind of memory of what happened in the past, and you can see that this is a chair, and this is a table, and that is a table face, which means, and here it has a price. The price means it's something related to the story, because the main character of our story is a kind of writer, or is kind of how to say, the online fiction. Like this kind of fiction is not widely accepted by the society. It's a kind of thing that most I would say parents think that it's not good for students to learn. So that, but anyway, this our main character is a kind of writer to this kind of fiction writer, but he did not get support from his family, but he is actually very talented in writing this kind of fiction. So he got a prize, and he cannot show this prize to his family, so he can only hide it under the chair. And now here on the right, it has something called the homework monster again. And now we have a storybook here, the 故事书 here. It means storybook, and we can transfer into 做 again, do, to do this homework monster. And just like this. And here we have a very big Mu man, the wood door, and you can combine with the wood as well. And here it has a do. If you want to go out, and your parents will come out and say that you cannot go out because you need to do your homework. They will not let you go out because the students wants to go out to play after he finish something. But if you try to go out with the door, your parents will come out and say that you cannot go. You have to stay in the home, in your room, to do your homework. And if you finish it, you should do more homework, do more practices. So you can just find another way. Maybe you can go from here, and here comes some dialogues. And this just means that in a very young age, the main character's parents just do not let him to go out and just let him to do a lot of homeworks, and he cannot play with his friends, this kind of things. Okay, now here we have a window, and we can maybe go out from this window. Yeah, this is a window, and then we can jump from the window. And here we can see that this is the way out of the home, and we are trying to go. Oh, and here we can see that this is the internet bar. And the reason why the students wants to go to the internet bar is that because he's a I would say online fiction writer, and his parents did not support him, but actually he has a lot of fans on the internet because he is really talented in writing this kind of fiction. So every time he has some ideas or has some inspirations, he wants to write a novel, he can just go to the internet bar to write them and upload it to the internet. And yes, here comes to the internet bar, and if we want to enter it by pressing that, yeah, your parents will come out and they will not let you go in. And so this is the end of the first chapter. So this says when that day the main character was found by the students. We found that the students was trying to go into the internet bar, and they were very angry, and they just hit the students very hard to the ground, this kind of things. And okay, this is another day of the story, because that chapter was talking about the family, and this chapter was talking about the school, like what did this character experience in his school. And this is a 同学 classmate, which means, and the classmate is trying to say something. Okay, the classmate is saying that the teacher in the school is being really prejudiced, or has really very heavy prejudices to others. It will be good to owning 大佬, which means the person who can study very well, or the person who is very has very big or important background, this kind of stuff, this kind of classmates. So he says that the teacher is being really prejudiced. And yes, this is the big monster, big teacher monster here, and it is saying 呆子, which is kind of words to curse. I would say curse the students, because it is saying that you're really stupid, and it will hurt the main character if you are getting closer to it. But we will try to become 大佬 like this way, because it is something called the big teacher monster. And actually the man can be combined with the Chinese character 老 old, into something the classmate have already said that the teacher only likes this kind of person, so you can become this kind of person from the teacher. And then when you are getting closer to the teacher, and let's see what will the teacher act. Oh yeah, the teacher will be really happy, because previously if you are getting closer to the teacher, it will say that you're stupid, and now he will say that you're really good because you become 大佬 here. And then when the big teacher monster gets out, and you can get out, like become man again, and then you can go up to the stairs like this. And here we have a storybook again, and we have, this is test paper, 试卷, like 试 is test and 卷 is like paper or something. And when you touch the test paper, it will hurt you. And here we have a classmate monster, because in the first level oh, the classmate is a normal classmate, but here it becomes a classmate monster because this monster is trying to study like in a very crazy way, and he himself become crazy again. And here now, what you can do is that it become the story again, or the do again, and you can do the test paper, and now the test is being done, and we have only 卷 on it. And 卷 in Chinese, now we have a culture called 卷文化, and it has some changes in meanings. And now here the 卷 means overstudy or overdoing something. So because this this classmate monster have already been crazy for study, so you need to use this overstudy Chinese character to him. And yeah, it will be into spirals, because 卷 also means spiral in Chinese character, in Chinese. And now, yeah, this is something that we haven't finished in this demo, because we did not have enough time for this demo, but we want to show some different things that we in the game. And as those 2 levels, the first chapter is about the family, and the second chapter is about the school. While in this chapter, we will try to look for something like why the parents only want the students to, or their children to study, and do not allow them to play or something, because they were just children, right? But the parents do not allow them to play as other kids did, and so we'll discover the reason why. And here, this is the door outside the parents' room, and you cannot go out like this. If you try to go out, your parents, yes, here, will get you far away. But there's something here, up in the air. They are called 新闻集讯, or which means the news, the really latest news. And here's the word 急, which means hurry. And because we want the man will transfer not only into the man part in Chinese character, and it can also have some other changes in the future. But in this demo we didn't show it, but it will change in the future. Like you can be the ear part in the future, so that you can combine the ear part with the 集, Chinese character 集, into a brand new Chinese character, which is 隐, which means to be invisible, so that you can go into this door and your parents will not see you anymore. So you just go in, and you see there's a television, and the television says that the graduation rate of the undergraduate school is really small, and the rate of getting hired for the undergraduate school students is really becoming very less and small. So that that's one of the reasons. That's the reasons why the parents really want the students to work really hard and study really hard to let them to have a better job in the future. So this is something you find out in the whole game. And here we can also see that the parents are also saying that the main character is really poor because they have no other choices. They can only focusing on pushing the main characters to study hard and do not let him to play. Actually, they do not want to do it, but they have no choices. They can only push the students to do this. So that's kind of our very first demo of this game, and it is pretty kind of simple, but it covers the things that we want to express and covers a basic gameplay of our game. Yeah.